Hey there everybody, Eric from OUTER LIMITLESS coming at you today with another video. Now in today's video, I am on my way to Joe's house to do some filming. I have a little bit of a surprise video for him. Now this is something that he doesn't know is coming, but I've wanted to do this for a number of weeks now, actually pretty much since I've met him. And what we're gonna do is take a look at my TFK T17. Now, he told me that he really enjoyed the Voodoo Resins handle in the color Devil's Cut. So I have taken one of the knives that I happen to have with Devil's Cut and set it aside so he could take a look at it for the first time. So what I've done is wrapped up the knife and pretty much gonna give him the opportunity to open it and give me his first true impressions. Now, he has not even seen my TFK T17 in person yet. So this is gonna be a great opportunity to really get a first impression and kind of that natural reaction. And that's what I really enjoy, the opportunity to get this knife into Joe's hands. Because at this point, I've worked with him enough and I've talked to him enough to understand what he likes and what he doesn't like, what typically resonates with him, and I'm really curious to what he thinks about the TFK T17. So at this point, I'm making my way to Joe's. We're gonna do a little bit of filming, and I'm gonna have him take a look at my TFK T17 for the first time. And if you're interested in seeing a little bit more about what we're about to get into, do me a favor. Stay tuned. So as I mentioned, out here today with Joe from Survival Attitude. What's happening, man?
What's up, Eric? How are you?
How are you, buddy? So we're hanging out. This is a surprise video for you, something that you don't even know what it is. So how do you mentally prepare for this?
I can't. I'm just on the receiving end.
Yes.
I guess.
Yes. So this is actually something that I have wanted to film pretty much since the very first time we met. It's something that I haven't had a good opportunity to get into yet, but I've been kind of waiting for the right moment. So let's get into this.
All right, I'm ready. What do I do? Close my eyes? What do I do?
No, it's no need to close.
Okay.
So this is not coming dawning gifts, but it's coming dawning stuff. Which this is something that I know you are going to like, and I want you to check it out.
Okay, I'm excited.
I want to get your first impressions of this.
Okay.
Because I think it's important for a good natural reaction. And you know how I like to do things, a little bit organic, and to have things that are kind of impromptu, or the natural reaction to me is important. So anyway, this is one of those things I'd like you to maybe just check it out. And,
okay.
Let's see what you think.
So check it out.
Yeah. You may need you can slice that open if you're careful.
I think I have to get a blade. You got one on you?
Might have one.
You might have one. What do you got?
We'll cover that in detail one of these days.
All right, let's get in it then.
So, yeah, there you go. That's probably all you really need.
This is only for my impression. I'm not. Hold on to this. Oh, mud on me. Why you do this to me? You know how long I wanted to check one of these out? So, it's taken you a lot of field time to come up with your design with the TFK family, right? That's
right. Yep. The Tanner family knives.
Yep.
Couple of brothers who have done some beautiful work for me.
Yep. I remember I just got turned on to this company because you did a video of one or two knives a little bit smaller, and on your close-ups I could tell right away that their fit and finish and design was absolutely top shelf. And now wait a second, is this Devil's Cut?
It's Devil's Cut. Devil's Cut with burl wood.
Now, not Voodoo Resins, but the other one?
This is Voodoo Resins.
This is Voodoo Resins.
Yes.
And I was always wondering, is that actual real burl that they somehow could form with some resin?
Yes, it is. Yes,
Genius idea. Wow. Oh, that's razor. Eric, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous knife. Oh, really nice deep laser etching in there. Good handle size. You knocked it out the park, and you know you sold another one of these just recently to a father who was gifting one for a son, correct?
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So,
and he opted for the leather sheath.
So yeah, man,
gorgeous.
I wanted you to finally have the opportunity to check these out and get them in your hands. And you know, I think at this point the key is, you know, I know your likes and your dislikes and what you naturally resonate to,
Yep.
and you know, the things that kind of, you know, fit your needs and style and niche. And you know, I think it means more for you to check it out now that I understand that than it would have been for you to check it out right away. You know what I mean?
It is, and what a great opportunity out here in the cold weather to check this thing out. I mean, to get the handle shaped, a nice palm swell so you get some good upward grip, but you narrow it down towards the rear where you got the widening, so it's going to lock in. You could do some of this.
Oh, don't use it.
Yeah, this is this one is for sale. Yes.
If you can use it,
And then I bought
but
it.
it's yours.
I know. Initial first impression, absolutely outrageous. I mean, what a lifetime piece, ready for hard use. You got the sharpening little choil in there, which is perfect. This has no jimping, which either way is fine. I think you nailed it on your jimping. But just to choke up on that blade guard and get some nice forward motion. It feels like a smaller knife, but back here it feels like a bigger knife.
It's interesting how it's got that balance, right? I mean, that's exactly what I was going for, was that sort of small knife feel with the big knife capabilities, and really tried to strike that balance.
Yeah, wow, that's a treat, dude. I love it.
Nice.
Wow, that's beautiful. Yeah, good luck with the line. It's definitely something I'm going to invest in, not just because I know you, but you know, I believe in the knife. I could tell right away this is manufactured with, you know, 100% on the tolerances side, even the you know, the little texturing on the handle for extra grip, and it's just a gorgeous blade. Now, what is that? Is that a 7-inch cutting edge? 6.
So depending on the actual knife, so if it has the finger choil, it's really closer to a 5 3/4. That's getting at that point kind of closer to like a 6 1/4.
Okay, yes. Nice sharp tip on there. And I tell you what, that N690, is that a version of a stainless?
It is stainless.
It is stainless, which I love, and I think it's I don't know if it's a Bowler German.
That is.
Yes.
Bowler N690.
Yes,
exactly.
which is, I have a couple knives in it. I love it. Incredible. No, everything is just nicely sanded and smooth. Wow. Heavy duty Allen bolts in there. Yeah, Eric, this is a sweet rig. Love it.
So I brought a couple others for you to take a look at while we're at it.
Okay, I'd like to do that.
You know,
Yes.
so it'd be good for you to get a couple in your hands, but I knew you liked that devil's cut, so I wanted you to be able to see it in person and check it out. I set it aside just for you to have the opportunity to see it.
Oh yeah. No, thank you. Just incredible. The logo on there is awesome. And this is now this is number 35?
Yes.
Cool.
Yep.
I like how each one is individually numbered.
Correct.
And I have seen the build sheets you provide with this, which is really detailed, and even down to the handle, the sanding, the finish, the steel. That build sheet is really nice.
Yeah, I think it's a nice way to show people kind of what they're buying and just have that record for exactly how it was created, you know, and where each one's unique. You know, everybody's build sheet's going to be a little bit different.
Yep. Incredible.
All right, so here you'll see, and this is one of the factory leather sheaths.
Okay.
So sheath made by TFK Family Knives.
Oh, there you
so
go. I'm excited for that.
There's a number of different sheath options, but I wanted you to have the opportunity to, you know, check out their work. And it's just a, you know, basic leather pouch dangler sheath, but at the same time, good quality construction, nicely made.
Yeah.
These guys do some great work.
Oh my gosh. Thick leather. I love the cutouts. It helps it dangle a lot better. Thick welt. This is a home run sheath, slightly wet formed. The dangler is amazing. Oh, look at there. Riveting is perfect. Thick. Oh, that's incredible. Do some nice tie downs on there. I like how I love it when people, there's a name for it, when you recess the stitching. You gotta do a little channel for it so in abrasion it doesn't hit the stitches. That makes it last a lot longer. Wow. Do I send the blade? Did you see a nice...
I haven't, but I'll give you another one to send. Because the satin finish, I won't sheath them.
Okay, got you.
I don't want any scratches.
But I can tell you right now, even on the rivets on the inside, they've pulled them in nice and tight. They're nowhere near exposed to metal, so there is no question in my mind you will not put a single scratch on any satin knife if you send this. But this is a home run sheath. I don't think you can top it. I mean, 3 rivets, that's abundance, which I like. I can't stand it when you have one with just a couple bar of stitches across. That's 9-10 ounce leather all day. Ah, the smell.
Smell pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
And they do a nice job with the dye. We may with, the brown and the black. So depending on what you like, a couple of different options. We've messed around with different stitching. My original prototype had the toxic green stitching, which was cool.
Yep. Different color stitching.
Yeah, it's nice. Adds a little character.
That is an amazing sheath. Absolutely amazing.
Cool. That's kind of nice, actually.
I love the hammer loop on jeans. This is an awesome sheath.
Yeah, nice. It's efficient, I would say.
Oh yeah, and made in-house, or are they using a partner?
No, they make them in-house. They do it all themselves. So yeah, ton of work. Ton of work.
But you could tell this this family, they have been making knives for a while. This is not anybody's first pass making a sheath. You can make a great knife, but you can use a subcontractor, a partner to make your leather. But you know, to me, it's a testament to the quality of manufacturing, to the knife and the sheath, when you have this level of detail. I mean, burnished edges, nice and smooth, flush welt, thick welt. The right size D-loop. Some people use it too big, too small, and don't fit right. You get full swing. Dangler, yeah, that's an heirloom piece of leather. That's incredible. I love it. Nice job, TFK. Cool.
All right, so this one here, this is the original prototype.
Okay.
With the original prototype sheath. This is the one that you've seen basically all the work being done on film. So.
Yep. Put a giant barrel, 1/2-inch ferro rod in there. Nice tech lock. Actually, the toxic green looks really good. It's a brighter green, which I like, versus, yeah, that's really, oh man.
So again, this was a prototype sheath, and you'll see that it was like a dual laminate.
Yeah.
We've addressed that in the final versions, but.
Yep. The oil has frozen to the sheath. It's funny. I tell you what, that jimping is nice. Now, is this the one that Ethan Becker held, or no?
No.
Okay.
I have that one with me.
Okay. That choil is nice, though. Oh, I like that. This thing feels so strong. This is D2?
That's D2, yep.
D2 feels different. It feels, I hate to say it, it feels a little bit stouter.
Yeah, it's a different feel than the other knife, right? Even though they're the same knife, they're different. That's what I say all the time. I'm like, it's almost a completely different knife.
It is. I kind of like that D2. It feels a little bit heavier to me.
That's got the acid stonewash finish.
Finish is awesome. And you weld on this thing, right?
Oh my God, yeah.
And that finish has held up that well?
Oh God, yeah.
What?
Yeah, because it's literally etched onto the blade, you know, the acid, you know.
Yep.
It really turns the patina. And then we tumble it to get the stonewash.
Oh my gosh. And this one, you said this has been used, right?
Yeah, that's the original prototype.
So I could do a quick baton with it?
Oh, absolutely. Please do.
I need to. How do you not hold this and baton with it? This is a nasty piece, Eric. Nasty piece. Let's go to the big side. Oh my gosh. This is not recommended, but sometimes I do it. 2 at once. No shock, no vibration at all. Let's do a nasty send this way.
But not so nasty.
What? Are you serious? Alright, now let's do a cross baton.
No problem, huh?
No problem. You just want to do more. You just want to do more with that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So, yeah, the whole point for me was, you know, camping, backpacking. You know, I'm always bringing all kinds of tools. And I just wanted to lighten the load to something that was efficient. And I thought, to me, a knife in this size, where I like the 6-inch camp knife, it was really the optimum size and capable of doing plenty of chopping, plenty of slicing, plenty of splitting. It was about the right size for overall general camp tasks and my ability to do everything I needed to while I was out on the trails.
I want this, Eric. I need this, man. Look at the digging in. Come on.
And don't forget, I mean, that's my original prototype. That thing has been wailed on and just used and abused.
Are you serious? Come on. What? That's ridiculous. That is amazing. No lanyard. Look at the chunks that are flying out of this thing.
So my question is how you feel about the overall handle, because some people think it's thin. I mean, I was nervous about it being thin till I used it at length, and then I realized it was just about perfect for me.
So, a couple things. I tend not to wear gloves. Many people wear gloves. Don't change the handle, in my opinion. These are nice gloves, by the way. And to hold that knife, you don't want it too thick. Okay, taking the glove off, you want good purchase. Okay, you know, you could say, oh, my nails, they dig into me. Okay, I keep my nails kind of, because I hate chipping them in the bush. So I just would not change the handle. I just would not.
I think if you changed it, it wouldn't keep that light feel.
It would
like
not.
the small knife feel you get out of it for a bigger knife.
Exactly. You know, and don't forget, you're going to add, even let's say a 16th, okay, you're going to add more weight, okay, and I don't like to have that heavy duty pulling the belt down. So you've got to be really smart about where you balance a knife, but thin the knife out so it's not this wielding heavy thing dangling on you. And a lot of times adding, let's say you added let's say you had giant mitts, and I get it, you added a 1/4 inch all the way around, it's going to add a ton of weight. But I like the knife because it feels nimble, we can do the carving tasks, and we don't have that, you know, that over clunky, just it's going to slip. So listen, it's to people's preference, but in the end, whether you have smaller hands or larger hands, I think the handle is great. I wouldn't change a thing. You know, especially for chopping, get a really solid full grip purchase all around, as we've proven right here. That's incredible. So no, for me, that handle is good. No complaints whatsoever. Yeah, it's a slow burn, but
we need a salvage.
no.
Still good.
Yeah, this coals. It's just we get the coal bed down, so now we're getting to the frozen ground. But this is boiled. That's done.
All right. So this next one, this is the one that I brought to blade.
Okay.
So This is my own personal production model keeper. So,
Okay.
you know, I can't keep too many of them, but I did want to keep number 17. The sheath is the production quality of the Extreme Edge custom Kydex sheath. So we went with clear for the show. So as I was carrying it on my shoulder, it was displaying the knife, and it's pretty wild. I mean, you can see there's little bits of plastic in there at this point, but the concept is pretty darn cool.
Yeah, and many people have said if you're getting started with Kydex, go with clear. I think, who is it? Anyway, Grizzly Customs, I forget, but he's like, yeah, I wish I started with clear because I could see how the knife fits and everything else, but the clear is really cool, and I tell you, that's nice and thick and strong. Oh, I love doing the snap through the rivet. That's so cool.
Is that one frozen?
Nope. Ah, cool. So you got the D2 in here. Oh, that spine is so sharp.
Yeah, so that's one of the things, and why I like the different options I have. So the first knife you saw had the standard spine, and then my prototype had a standard spine. Now this is sharpened spine.
Let's throw it in the ferro rod and see what we got. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my gosh, that spine is so sharp. Why do I keep liking one over the other? I want them all. I mean,
It's not a bad problem to have.
no, that blue, that...
Yeah, so these are the Wayne Walker custom scales. So another maker that I've teamed up with to help me. So the you know, the G10 is what comes straight from Tana Family Knives. Then you had the Voodoo Resins handle scales with the Devil's Cut burl. And now here, the Wayne Walker.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's ridiculous. That's truly amazing. Mincemeat of that wood. This is gorgeous. Absolutely incredible. Wow, so this is the one that's been held by many of the famous.
Yes.
E.J. Snyder?
Yep.
Wow. Did Brad Larkin?
Yeah.
He did?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people held that knife. It was pretty cool.
Wow. Can we get some DNA off it so we can use it to make like an ultimate knife?
That'd be pretty wild, actually. Good idea.
Just a gorgeous piece, Eric. There is a lot of thought behind this model and this knife, and it's so great that, you know, the TFK family is able to accommodate your inspiration and put it to reality. I mean, holy mono, that thing is sharp. Jeez. Oh wow, Wayne Walker.
Yep.
Clear Kydex is so cool. And you've had this on a couple trips, haven't you?
This knife I haven't brought on any trips. I've brought my...
Oh, with the sheath I think you might have, no?
I brought that to the Blade Show.
Yes, yes.
And I use that sheath actually for all the knives because now it's, you know, mounted for my shoulder carry and stuff. So,
Yep.
yeah, works out pretty well. But
So I'm going to take a guess. This thing is probably... The whole package, if I were to weigh this, I'm going to have to take a hand. I'm going to say, dude, if it was 10, 11 ounces, I don't think it's 12. This is a lightweight package for such a performer.
I'd have to weigh it. I want to say, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to annotate. I'm going to throw it on the scale, that exact knife. I want to say it might be 14 ounces. That's my guess, but I could be wrong.
14 ounces. Survival Attitude is going to say a conservative 11. No, 10 with the knife, and 12 total package. You say 14 total. Curious to see where we're at.
Either way, it's sub a pound for a knife of that size.
All day sub a pound.
Right?
Yup.
Nice balance. Yeah.
Incredible. Thumbs up.
You want to look at one more?
The frick. show me the, I call it the cloud. I know
You want to see the cloud?
Oh no, you brought the cloud.
I did bring the cloud.
I call
The
it.
cloud, here she is.
Let's see.
With one of your favorites.
Zony 59.
Zony 59, man.
Love him.
Now, this actually, in a prior video, we took a look at the sheath, and I did a real quick modification to it. So this does look a little bit different than it came to me standard. I actually had darkened it up quite a bit. It came very light and blonde. So I did the final sort of darkening up of this to give it some little slightly different color, but
I don't even know why you're showing this to me. All I can tell you is I like it a lot, and for that reason.
See you later.
So, I mean, we talked about the knife. Oh my gosh, look at this color. Are you serious? And now, Zony 59, because you worked with him to design the sheath, is his first name Jeffrey?
Yes.
It is. Yeah, I have a number of his sheaths, and I couldn't be happier. He's priced right. Fit and finish is outrageous. It's so bomb-proof, and hey, you have his D-loop with the quick release, which I love. Yep, that's his standard loop. You could do scout carry with this, which I really do enjoy as well. Thick straps. Look at that ferro rod, dude.
That's Wayne Walker ferro rod.
Come on. Seats against that welt just perfectly. Oh, yay. Oh, this scale is incredible. Holy mackerel. Oh, look at that. Yeah, Zony 59, he does such an amazing job with his wet forming. It's like a medium wet form. Yep. Look at that rig. That is amazing. Incredible.
So that's the N690.
Yup.
And then the voodoo resins, they call that, that is ice flower, actually.
Ice
Even
flower.
though you call it the cloud.
I know.
That is ice flower. Pretty wild color.
Absolutely.
And I love the translucent nature to it.
Me too, yep. Oh my gosh. I would be so happy with this setup here. And the combination with the TFK sheath too, if you want to go really light, slimline, but have this as a like a long range backpacker. Yeah, this would do you just right. And I tell you, I love it because he fits the mini Altoids tins just perfectly. The coloring is amazing, double stitching. Look how thick that welt is. I mean, this thing is going to last lifetimes, as long as the knife will too. I mean, heirloom quality. You know, I always say, is the knife Alaska ready, right? Can this thing handle the worst of the worst? And there is no question in my mind that this thing can handle the worst of the worst. But at the same time, look how good looking it is. Look how thick the leather is. Oh, geez, Eric. Yeah, I tell you what, for you, my feedback, if you continue with knife designing, whether it's TFK or leatherwork or whatnot, you definitely have that engineering mindset, but at the same time, your functionality, we've proven, is all there, but the aesthetics, it's very, very important. This is a world-class rig. Absolutely amazing. So, yeah, I can't wait to pick one up myself. This is incredible.
So the question is, at this point, are you going with the cloud and the ice flower, or do you go with the devil's cut?
I want this right here. I knew it. The devil's cut I absolutely love. It's so cool. But the ice flower, I'd have to say right now, it's my favorite of the bunch.
So jimping, no jimping, choil, no choil, N690, D2, square spine, standard spine. You get some options. What do you pick? I mean, that's the key about this project, is being able to design it. Look at how many options I've put in front of you, all in the same knife.
I can't get over it. So the choil execution was perfect. It fit my fingers perfectly. There was plenty of room to almost wear gloves or larger fingers. You know, I tell you what, if you go non-sharpened spine, you could always sharpen a portion of it, which is easy to do. But you could also get a full sharpened spine, and you can soften the tip if you wanted to, right? If you want to do, like, you know, just like thumb pushes, you can take sandpaper and just soften that up. So spine or non-sharpened spine, both are fantastic. I'd probably take the sharpened spine. The choil or non-choil, honestly, I would take either one. The D2, yep, D2 was amazing to me. The N690 gives you that different look, that rust resistance. That's amazing. I think in the end, if you picked any one, I don't think you can go wrong, because the blade shape and the ergos are consistent. The Kydex is fantastic. The leather is fantastic, whether it's the standard slimline dangler from TFK or the Zoni with the Scout carry. I would take either one. If I was a collector, I would start to pick apart all the different ones and have a nice array of them.
Yeah, the problem I see with you is you're going to want to make it a safe queen. And if you buy one from me, I'm telling you now, you can't.
No, I'm going to buy one from you, and this would not be a safe queen.
Good.
No,
You
this
need to use
this
it.
is going to be used, because in the end, it's going to look just as gorgeous with the scratches and patina on it, and display it proudly with all the history of your journeys, just as it would if it was a safe queen. But there's no way this knife could be a safe queen. This is meant to use, and it's thick, and it's not going to let you down. So, but right now, Ice Flower, the Cloud I call it, that's like my choice. Look how good that looks on the snow.
It's pretty sweet.
It is beyond sweet. Yeah, this is amazing. Incredible.
All right, so final impressions. I mean, today you got your first impressions, but now your final impressions. You know, I got to tell you, I'm absolutely thrilled to have gotten these blades in your hands. As I mentioned, it's a long time in the making. I've been really wanting to get your feedback. I mean, especially after talking to you for the past few months, and, you know, working with you on these videos and understanding your likes and your dislikes. And, you know, there's so many things that for any individual goes into your impression of a blade. So I was really very happy and interested to hear what your thoughts were on this. So
I think for many people, their first impression is their final impression. When you first see something, you know, before you get a chance to actually hold it, you typically like the aesthetics of it. And then it's a good looking blade. And then you say to yourself, okay, it's good looking, but how will it perform? Whereas the Work Tough gear, the Tayal, I was a little bit at that first impression just on video, YouTube, watching it, going, I wonder how well that blade's going to form with that style. Blew me away. Here, beginning to end, it's done it for me. There is no question that this was designed by a user, a hiker, a bushcrafter, a backyard warrior, okay, someone who appreciates a fine blade that not only performs like a demon, but looks just amazing. And from final production prototype, prototype, no, it happens. It happens a lot. Amazing. The choil. I tell you, I love that choil. I'd almost have to go choil because the ability to choke up is just incredible.
I want to talk about one quick thing that you'll notice, and it's very subtle, but like the little things that we've done as we've moved forward. So if you keep that one out real quick. If you look at, for example, where the grind ended into the choil there,
yep,
you'll see we've made the revisions. You'll also see as you get into the next blades, now instead of this being real square on the jimping, we've chamfered it all, we've chamfered all the edges. So, you know, this to me, from prototype to the first production run to now further and further runs, we're keeping the knife essentially the same, but we're constantly just tweaking and finessing and making these just a little more refined all the time. And I think that's coming out in the overall quality and the user's experience and their comfort while they got this blade in their hands.
It's true. Now, I remember when Ethan Becker first grabbed this at Blade Show, the first comment was, you lose cutting edge, and the jimping is too aggressive. Now, I will tell you this. Operators, typically, I know a couple of them, got a couple in my family, my father being one retired operator, will tell you he wants that jimping sharp. He is wearing gloves, he's not bushcrafting, he's using it for breaching, okay, for other things where on your first extraction you want full grip. When you're getting into it, you don't want any slippage whatsoever. So he prefers really sharp jimping. You know, for example, David Winkler, I've got a couple Winkler knives. Those things, this is from a Winkler that I just brought out of the safe the other day. That's no joke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I had to sand that thing to the 10th degree. But if it comes with sharpened jimping, it doesn't take much to take a file and sand that out. So either way, I'm flexible. I think lots of knives need mods. But if this is the final prototype edition, I actually love the jimping. The large spacing is nice. Some smaller, narrower jimping, get wood chips stuck in there. This is going to free up any debris, the choil. I have no negative comment, Eric, about any one of the models, any one of the features. They're all fantastic. I would take this one here and be beyond thrilled with it, because what you're getting is that shape that you designed. You're getting the, you know, the ability to chop, to baton. We pried open some steel today. That wood is still frozen solid. I don't think it's a stitch more than 24 degrees right now. But this is a knife you could depend your life on. At the same time, you could display it so nice. It's gorgeous looking. In your choice of the handle color scales, to the Voodoo, to the Wayne Walker, those are rugged, those are durable, those are not just some frilly handle scales. Those things are meant to be wailed on, and they're going to hold up. I mean, there's no gaps, everything's super tight, nice thick bolts all around, chamfering on the lanyard hole, which is incredible. I mean, there you go, you got your standard blade shape, but different variations thereof. I think either one of them will fit in any of the sheaths, right? Because
yeah.
it's all, which is totally cool.
It's all standard. Everything's made standard so that it's interchangeable. That's the other thing I wanted out of the user experience. I didn't want anybody to get stuck into one thing. And moving forward, I mean, I have other thoughts and ideas about things that I want to do to incorporate into this as a system. Well, whether you're the first buyer or the last buyer, it doesn't matter, because everything's going to be interchangeable and standard, so it's going to fit from, you know, one to the next to the next. Yep. So you can take any one of these knives, put it in any sheath. Yep. You can take any one of these, you know, features, or, you know, any of the clips, or any of the, you know, ability to mount this, and it's universal across every single one of them. So that was the idea of the project.
It is, and you can swap scales, right? They'll fit perfectly.
The thing about these is, because they're a mid-tech, I love the fact that it is so absolutely perfect. Could you swap scales? Yes. But is it going to be that absolute perfect tightness? Probably not. So you end up with just a little bit of a lip, which in my opinion is not acceptable for my tolerances and what I want. So you could do it, you can do it, but it just doesn't quite fit my vision of what the final product should be. Most people probably wouldn't notice, most people probably wouldn't care. And you can absolutely do it if you want. In fact, I have square handles, so
yeah,
not
right.
only the palm swell,
yep.
but if you wanted a square handle, you could put those on as well. So you can do it. Don't get me wrong. You could get different scales and you could put them on, but it just wouldn't be quite as tight of a tolerance on the final product.
You're always going to have that, and to some people it's no big deal. I've swapped so many handle scales with same model blades, and you know, I have like 3 or 4 SE3s and 4s, and I have knife connection scales, I have aftermarket hickory and oak and different things, and there's always a little bit of a lip, and it does drive me crazy.
Yeah.
So I do some sanding to average them out. so that when I am swapping scales, it's not like you get some sharp edges. But I think if your tolerances are tight enough, and these look like they probably are, I think your variations are minimal when it comes to handle swapping. But you know what? That gives you a reason to buy a second blade.
It's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, Eric, just amazing. I'm so glad you showed these to me today.
Yeah, I'm glad you had a chance to check them out.
My first impression on the videos was I want that right away. And holding them in my hand and seeing the actual beauty and performance, I've realized that this is a performer as it is something just of aesthetically pleasing art. So great job with this design. Thank you for sharing with me today.
No, I appreciate it, and I owe a lot of thanks to TANF Family Knives, Wayne Walker, Voodoo Resins. I got Zoni working with me, Mark from Extreme Edge Custom Kydex. There's a lot of very talented and incredible people that go into this entire thing. So it's not just me, it's really the community and the team that I've built to put this project together. And for everybody who supported me and purchased one of these already, I hope they're enjoying them. I'm getting good feedback. And for all of you, if you're interested in one of these, definitely feel free to reach out. outerlimitless@gmail.com. You can go to TANF Family Knives website, so tfkknives.com. You can place an order online there or through me, and I have a couple of them left in stock at this time. You saw the one there, which had the Devil's Cut burl, which is a beautiful option. I intentionally didn't sell that yet, with the idea that I wanted you to at least be able to see it, because I knew you liked the Devil's Cut. But now that you're looking at the Cloud, I think you're going to be maybe designing one of these from scratch for yourself one of these days.
Oh my gosh. So. Amazing. I would be happy with any one of them. They're all so gorgeous. This one is amazing too. I love the burlap oatmeal.
Yep.
And the inlay. And then the thick liner. Oh, with that subtle black liner too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's almost a complication in itself.
Think about how much work went into that little handle.
Seriously.
And that's the reason why, you know what, I mean, it's a significant upgrade in price, but if you look at the difference, it's all handmade. I mean, look at how much work goes into those handles.
Oh, no, that's serious.
And even the resin handles. I mean, this is a handmade pattern. I mean, this is like no joke. The guy actually like mixes the colors and matches them and makes them into that pattern. And I mean, there's a lot of labor that goes into the handles alone.
There is.
So, well, anyway, thanks for checking it out, man.
Thanks for sharing it with me.
Absolutely. So, all right, guys, thanks for stopping by. Hope you like what you saw. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. We'll see you soon.
Real soon.